Alright guys, we're on to lesson 4.4 here, side splitter theorem. Applies to triangles again. We're talking about segments on triangles, is what this chapter is all about. So, give you a quick example on this one. Say we got a triangle here, something like this. So basically, side splitter theorem says if we cut a parallel line through here, say part way up, cut a parallel line through. I just kind of eyeball it, and we cut a parallel line through like that, so that this line is parallel to this side here. Then it kind of divides these segments up proportionally. Okay, I'll show you what I mean here. So let's label this. So they'll tell you some sides, so they'll give you a picture, and then they'll say like AE is 6, and then ED is 5, and AB over here will say is 9, and then it will say how long is side BC, segment BC there. Okay, what it does is it divides it up proportionally. So the proportion of this to this is the same as the proportion of this to this. So let's call this X. So basically you're talking proportions are like fractions. So you could say 6 over 5 is the same as 9 over X. Okay, and then we just need to solve out that proportion. There's different ways to solve this. You could just notice what the factor is to get from here to here. You got 1.5 times bigger times by 1.5. If you want to show that. But the general way that everybody likes is doing the cross products. We say the cross products are equal. Okay, cross products are equal. What's that mean? It means if I do 5 times 9, that cross product equals this cross product 6 times X. Okay, so what, 45 equals 6x. It's not going to come out even. You might get a decimal on some of these. 45 divided by 6. What is that? 36. It'd be 7 with 3 left over, so 7 and 3, 6, or 7.5. Okay, look at the picture. Make sure that makes sense. You know, would this make sense that this is 7.5? Well, yeah, it's got to be shorter than 9 because 5 was shorter than 6. So this side will be a little shorter than 9. It's the same proportion here to here as it is here to here. Okay, let's see. Just give you another example here. Similar type of problem. I'll just freehand it out. You're welcome to freehand these, but just try to draw them somewhat accurately. So let's say they gave you this side here is 4, this side here is 10, this side here is 6, but they're going to ask you for like this whole side. So in other words, let me give you some letters here. So they're going to give you this information, but then they'll say, how long is AD? This whole side. Okay, so you could set it up the same way. It's just that we've got to answer a different question in the end. So we could still say 10 over 4 equals 6 over x. Call this little part here x. Sorry, right there. Do your cross products being equal. 24, or 6 times 4, equals 10 times x. Divide by 10, x is 2.4, right? So AD, though, the question is actually asking if this is 2.4, right? This 2.4, this whole is actually, what, 8.4. So be careful on what they're asking. Read the question carefully, because it can seem really simple, but you're going to get the wrong answer if you don't read it carefully. Okay, so they're asking for that whole side. Okay, and then the last thing I want to show you is it doesn't have to necessarily be a triangle. It could just be these parallel lines. Say you got parallel lines, something like this. And then you got 2 lines, kind of like this transversal thing we did a few chapters ago, where you got parallel lines cut by a line cutting through. Put some letters on here, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so let's say say they tell you AB is 2, and this is 4. Make it pretty simple numbers. And say they tell you this is 3, and then they'll say, okay, how long is EF maybe? Okay, same thing applies. We're going to say this ratio, this fraction, same as this fraction. So 2 to 4 is the same as 3 to this. Okay, 2 over 4 equals 3 over this. That's what we're trying to find. Call it x there. So 2 over 4 equals 3 over x. You can solve that out pretty easily. Equals 2x. X is 6, right? Okay, look at the logic here. I mean, basically, this side here is twice as big as this one, right? So if it divides it proportionally, this side here should be twice as big as that. You know, it's just, it divides it proportionally. Proportionally means the same factor, same multiple, 2 times bigger, 2 times bigger. Okay, if you get that, I think you'll be good for today. Have a good day, guys.